an even number, so I count up by the twos. Damn, you gon' count it by the twos. Roll with certified. First you gotta get approved. You know, I gotta get approved.
So if you could switch up to music, which do you think is harder, the West or Detroit?
Well, you got a lot of people that's coming out, so that's a good question that you ask. I really haven't got into too much Detroit music, but the only music that I know of from Detroit is like, but he's kind of relevant right now, like Obi Trice, Eminem. Then you got there's some other people up out there. I really haven't been touching into it, but the music that I've been hearing, like they new style of beats, them beats are hard as shit. You know what I'm saying? So everything they said is Detroit music, I've been hearing, it pops. It pops. Yeah, it's hard though, but I ain't gonna necessarily saying they harder than West or the West harder than them. You know, there's certain people that's out that's hot right now, that's buzzing. Like you got from the West right now, you got have you heard of Hades Baby? Okay, so you got Hades Baby, he's another hot dude. Have you heard of TG? Compton TG? He's another hot dude. Then you got another dude, he's like the Nate Dogg to West Coast, Blast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bino. You know, so far down the line, you got AD, you got Kendrick Lamar, you got man, there's a whole line of new people that just came out from the West Coast, man. Have y'all heard of a dude named Stove God Cook? Huh?
Yeah.
He hard, you know. So I never necessarily don't put a stamp on what city is harder. I respect. I tell you who the hard. I tell you right now, hands down. Not because I'm from the West. The hardest artist I heard so far, that's hard, that got good music, is Blast. Like, that's hands down. You know what I'm saying? I would say Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar just recently just dropped that you know what I'm saying, that Heart 5 part, you know what I'm saying, part 5. So yeah, so you know, that's hard. And then his little cousin, what's his name, Baby King?
Oh yeah, Baby King, yeah.
Yeah, so he just got a Grammy. So, you know, right now I've been on Blast. I've been on Blast and Compton TG. I want to function with you, TG, bro. We gonna have to do something, bro. I fucks with your music, Lo. For real.
Why do you think Cali artists don't get recognized the way they do? Or don't get that major push?
Hold on, before I answer that question. Another hard group, the Young Giants, off top. If y'all heard of them, they call LA Giants. Those are my homeboys. Hard. So, about the question you asked me, why we don't get the recognition, is, man, we all crabs in a bucket, man. Nobody want to help nobody out. There's no unity. We don't have the unity like the South have unity. Like, when the South is on, the South help they own. We ain't got that back then. Because, and then a lot of things that hold us back, it's right back to the street shit. It's politics. People allow politics to keep them from getting money, you know? And they don't know how to separate their street shit from business. You know? It's one thing being a businessman, is another thing being a gangster. But you can't be a broke gangster. Would you rather be a broke gangster or a rich one?
A rich one.
So there's certain things, certain ways you gotta carry yourself. So, you know, a lot of us don't get on because we allow the politics to get in the way. I think a lot of them is afraid of standing on their own and dealing with the consequences. And the result of that is the result of what happened to Draco the Ruler. He's a renegade. He wasn't following certain shit, certain protocols, and he got dealt with. but he stood what he was stood for 100% and believing what he believed in 100%, but it cost him his life. So I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, he died for something he believed in, and that was him standing as a man on his own too.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. That's what you, like, speaking of, like, gang politics, that's why, like, do you think that's why gang politics play like, a huge part? Why, like, LA artists don't blow? Like, they don't go major?
Yeah. Yeah. It plays a whole lot, bro. And then, you know, that's anywhere, man. When you claiming a certain city, man, you just ain't gonna go to a certain city and not pay homage to the generals who runs everything. The motherfuckers come to you on some shit like, hey man, I like what you got going on, I wanna fuck with you. You better get with the program or you gonna get programmed. Shit. Or you gonna be a renegade and you gonna be out. But there's some kind of way they gonna find a way for where you gonna have to come in for protection. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But anywhere in the music, unless you own something else, like, you gonna have to deal with some type of politics. No matter what you do. So, LA music, a lot of these motherfuckers ain't on is because of the politics, and there is no unity. There's very few many. Like, I fuck with Jelly Roll. He's a producer. He's behind a lot of West Coast niggas and behind Dre or some of his production. He come from the school of Battle Cat. That's my boy. You know, I love him dearly, man. And he let me in his house welcome arms, and we worked on our first couple six songs when we was there. You know what I'm saying? And he did it with me off love. And there's just, you know, you got the Young Giants, the original group that I start with, when they called the LA Giants now. They with Glasses Malone. Y'all go out and go grab their album. But they brought me in with open arms, man, and showed me love. And Glasses Malone, you know what I'm saying, opened his arms up and let them in, you know, put them in, you know. I really don't know too much of their business though, but I know everybody who they deal with is on some genuine shit. There's a handful of people that will help you out, but when it comes down to like LA music or just West Coast music, period, there's no unity in some places. It's just politics, and that's what cut them short.
How do you feel about Wack 100 going at Jay Prince? Do you think he took it too far?
Wack 100 went at Jay Prince?
Yes.
That was stupid. You don't fuck with that man. That Jay Prince is somebody who you don't want to fuck with, bro. Like, that's stupid in him. I ain't even fit to tap in. You know, I don't know Wack 100. Never met him, but you know, it's like I said. When you asked me that last question of why West Coast music people don't get along, it's because of people like him. Don't get me wrong, he helps out a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? He do what he do, but you can't get in the business tearing your own people down in the music business, and that's what one of the problems is. There's certain things though, man, you's not to be talking about somebody else's business, and then you putting everybody's business out there. After he said what he said about Nipsey, I stopped listening to him. Like, not saying his music, I just stopped watching him. Because it's totally disrespect. He has no respect and no morals of what he say. And then to me personally, I think personally, when it comes down to it, you to sit up there to spread other people's business around is what females do. No disrespect from him, but it is what it is. I said what I said. It's disrespectful, you know? You don't put other people's business out there, and for you to go out Jay Prince, you gotta, I don't know, bro. People don't be thinking.
Yeah. Does Wack really needs to get his respect out of Cali, or?
I know there's a lot of people that's on his head in Cali. That's what I do know. There's a lot of people on his head. People that I know that's on his head right now. I would not speak those names because I don't know what's gonna come and counter in that situation. But he done burnt a lot of bridges back home, you know. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, you know. That's the type of politics I really don't jump into, like personal shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know some shit, but it's not to be spoken of.